fingers on my broken Spanish, trying to hide the accent under my tongue at the cost of not rolling my R's, a high price to pay when my culture and environment are at odds. When citizenship doesn't mean human, it means city without zen. Shipping my heritage, then labeling us them. My parents never allowed sleepovers, but we're living in one. Uncle Sam is the predator they warned me of. Only they know the grace of riding on prayers and wings of saints, hoping that their children benefit from hours spent on their feet, sending us to school to establish the American dream, where they tested me on my knowledge of violence and greed. Learning about massacres and tea parties, but not Trujillo and his armory. Not Las Hermanas Mirabal or Ana Caona, not medicinal medicine or my grandfather's tales. Instead, we were force-fed a cadence, a pledge of allegiance to a flag that forged God's signature, placed his will on flammable paper like God did and burned bushes to send us directions. America's culture is stripping the color off of others like chloride, telling us to die in adversity, then calling it diversity. So instructions are written in English, an exchange of identity for papers. My name is GoodJuju, and I am a spoken word poet from the South Bronx. And I think if I could give poetry or 9-year-old me any insight as to who I've become today, it would be that I am graceful, that I am and I have been through a lot of difficult and dark situations, but I am not a victim to my story. And somewhere in my journey in finding balance in between this reality where I didn't speak to God at all and I was doing everything on my own, to where I realized that everything was happening for me and not to me, I would really say I am in awe. I'm in awe of me. I'm in awe of you, because I know that you are doing the same thing. And if I could slow down time just for a second, it would be to just be exactly who I am. And poetry is literally the carrier of that. And so every day, calling myself a poet is being and standing in the revolution of who I didn't think I could become. And an understanding that it's exactly who I am. So I don't hold the elevator for anyone. Press my floor button like a Congo drum. I wait 3 seconds after the door opens. Take notice, my peripherals are brolic. My ears have eyes. I grew up in a jungle within a jungle. An ecosystem of families surviving poverty. I take my shoes off at the door to not drag in the mentality of becoming a product of my environment. Resiliency wasn't built in one day. I spent decades in places where limitation was okay, where being alive was doing enough. Only the chosen make it in the Bronx. So of course I bleed it. Daughter to 2 immigrant Dominicans, dirt poor, but I didn't even feel it. The one in 4,954 people to earn her bachelor's degree. I overthrew the statistics. The BX gave me swag and the mind to be strategic. This isn't the pity party. This is the after party. This is overcoming anything that stands in my way. And when I make it big, I'll be sure to say that I came from the best of the best. No disrespect to the rest. Well, maybe a little. Because where others find complaints, the BX finds the escape, the solution, and the strength to get through it. And that's where I found myself. in the midst of it all, writing poems about roses and thorns. Thank you.